Have you ever paused to wonder whether the milk you've been drinking for years is still as good for your health as you think? It might come as a surprise. Many of us were raised to believe that milk was a cornerstone of good nutrition for strong bones, healthy teeth, and overall vitality. It was something our parents insisted on, and we passed the habit along to our own families. But as we grow older, our bodies undergo changes that can turn some of those familiar foods into silent threats. The very milk that once seemed like a healthy staple may now be doing more harm than good. In this video, we're going to explore which types of milk might be working against your healthies, especially if you're over 60. We'll also show you some smart, supportive alternatives that can actually improve how you feel every day. From the hidden ingredients that quietly raise your cholesterol or spike your blood sugar, to the more thoughtful milk choices that are easier on digestion and better for your heart, we've got everything you need to know. And if you stick around until the end, you might just find yourself rethinking what you keep in your fridge and feeling better for it. Let's start by taking a closer look at the type of milk many of us grew up drinking: whole cow's milk. For decades, it was seen as the gold standard, a symbol of health and strength. But the truth is, as we get older, our bodies often have a harder time processing the high levels of saturated fat found in whole milk. This kind of fat can increase the bad cholesterol in your bloodstream, quietly contributing to the buildup of plaque in your arteries. Over time, that raises your risk for heart disease, one of the most common health challenges faced by older adults. Think about someone like Frank, a 72-year-old who has enjoyed 2 tall glasses of whole milk every day since he was a boy. To him, it's a comforting ritual, reminder of simpler times. But during a recent checkup, his doctor mentioned rising cholesterol levels. Frank was surprised. He eats plenty of vegetables, doesn't smoke, and walks every day. It wasn't until he looked more closely at his diet that he realized those glasses of milk, while familiar and comforting, were quietly contributing to a growing health concern. And Frank isn't alone. Many seniors find reassurance in sticking to the foods they've known for decades. There's a deep emotional comfort in routine, but part of aging well means being willing to reflect on whether those old habits are still serving us. In the case of whole milk, the risk may no longer be worth the reward. Another milk choice that seems innocent, but can actually do more harm than good, is flavored or sweetened milk. Whether it's chocolate, strawberry, or vanilla, these milks might bring a little joy and flavor to your day. But they also bring a hefty dose of added sugar, something that becomes harder for the body to handle as we age. Picture Carol, an 80-year-old who enjoys a small glass of chocolate milk in the afternoons. It's her treat, a little pick-me-up that she looks forward to. But more and more, she's noticed that she feels sluggish afterward, a little foggy and drained. She figures it's just a normal part of getting older. But in reality, what's happening inside her body is a spike in blood sugar, followed by a crash. Over time, those repeated sugar surges can wear down the body's insulin response, leading to insulin resistance and an increased risk of type 2 diabetes. The tricky thing is, flavored milks often don't even taste overly sweet, so it's easy to underestimate just how much sugar you're consuming. This is especially important for seniors who are managing pre-diabetes, diabetes, or even just trying to keep their energy steady throughout the day. Making the shift away from sweetened milk doesn't mean you have to give up enjoyment. It just means choosing options that give you pleasure without the hidden cost to your health. And then there's full-fat, evaporated and condensed milk, another type that's commonly used but often misunderstood. These milks are thicker and richer, frequently added to coffee, tea, or desserts for their creamy texture and indulgent taste. But what many people don't realize is just how concentrated these milks are in both saturated fat and sugar, especially condensed milk, which is essentially sweetened to the point of being a syrup. For seniors, this combination can be especially problematic. Not only do these milks raise cholesterol, but they also add to weight gain and chronic inflammation, both of which are linked to a host of age-related health issues. Inflammation, in particular, plays a role in conditions like arthritis, heart disease, and even cognitive decline. Take George, a 78-year-old, who loves to add a generous pour of evaporated milk into his morning coffee. He feels like it gives him an energy boost and adds a little luxury to his routine. But over the years, that daily splash has added extra calories, extra fat, and a steady contribution to his expanding waistline and rising cholesterol. His doctor recently raised concerns, and George realized that what felt like a harmless habit was quietly undermining his health goals. It's important to acknowledge that foods like these are tied to emotions and memories. They bring comfort, tradition, even joy. But as we age, we have to balance that emotional satisfaction with physical needs. Making small changes doesn't mean you're giving up what you love. It means you're making room for new habits that love you back. Now that we've covered the types of milk that can quietly work against your health, let's shift to some of the better options. One of the most accessible and familiar changes is switching to low-fat cow's milk. This version still provides the essential nutrients that milk is known for: calcium, vitamin D, protein, but with significantly less saturated fat. That means it supports bone health without placing extra strain on your heart. Let's return to someone like Helen, age 75. A few years ago, she made the switch from whole milk to low-fat milk after a conversation with her doctor. At first, she was hesitant, worried that the taste wouldn't be the same. But after a short adjustment period, she barely noticed the difference. What she did notice was more energy during the day and better results in her cholesterol readings. It wasn't a dramatic change, but it made a big impact. This kind of change is empowering. It's a quiet but powerful way to care for yourself. To adapt your habits in a way that honors the changes in your body without abandoning the foods you love. You still get the comfort and convenience of milk, just with better health outcomes. Another excellent option is unsweetened almond milk. This plant-based milk is naturally low in calories and contains no added sugars, which makes it a great choice for seniors trying to maintain steady blood sugar or manage their weight. Its gentle, nutty flavor blends easily into coffee, smoothies, and cereals, making it an easy swap that doesn't feel like a sacrifice. Robert, an 81-year-old, decided to try unsweetened almond milk after realizing that traditional dairy often upset his stomach. What he found was not only a more comfortable digestion experience, but also improvements in how he felt overall: lighter, more energetic, and with better blood sugar numbers on his next checkup. Almond milk might not have been something he would have considered in his younger years, but trying it now turned out to be a smart and supportive decision. Making choices like this can feel like a fresh starter signal to yourself that you're still actively taking care of your health, still making choices that reflect your values and goals. Fortified soy milk is another strong contender. It combines plant-based protein with essential nutrients like calcium and vitamin D, helping to maintain strong bones and steady energy. It's especially appealing for seniors looking to move away from animal-based products while still keeping their nutrition balanced. Linda, a 79-year-old, first heard about the benefits of soy milk at a local wellness class. She gave it a try and was surprised at how well it fit into her usual recipes and daily routine. It gave her a creamy, satisfying texture similar to dairy milk but without the cholesterol or saturated fat. Over time, her doctor saw improvements in her heart health, and Linda felt more energetic and confident in her food choices. What all these stories show is that small, thoughtful changes can make a big difference. You don't have to throw out everything you know or love, but being willing to adapt, to stay curious and flexible, can lead to real improvements in how you feel every day. The milk you choose might seem like a small detail, but over time, it adds up. It shapes your energy, your heart health, even your digestion and mood. So now that you've heard about these 6 different types of milk, the ones to avoid and the ones to embrace, take a moment to reflect. What stood out most to you? Are there any types of milk in your daily routine that you're ready to reconsider? Or maybe you're feeling inspired to try something new, like almond or soy milk, just to see how it feels. Remember, this isn't about perfection, it's about progress. Every small step you take towards supporting your body's changing needs is an act of self. You deserve to feel your best, and you have the power to make choices that help you get there. If this message resonated with you, leave a comment below and let us know what you've learned and what changes you're planning to make. And if you've found this helpful, consider liking and subscribing. Your support helps us continue creating thoughtful content designed to support your health and well-being. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.